So the next recipe, kind of focusing more again on that making every bite count, but also highlighting hydration. Okay, so super important. So for some people, again, they might have a higher output, and so some of this might be liquid. So making sure that you're hydrating appropriately. And also for those who are feeling fatigued or tired, again, hydration is super key. The recommendation, again, you'd have to speak with your doctor as to how much specifically for you, but generally speaking, about 2 liters per day. And it doesn't have to be water. Okay, I always love kind of really talking about this because I personally love drinking water. I find it bland. You'll always find me walking around with kind of some frozen raspberries or mint or lemon in my water jug. But I want to mention here that smoothies count too. Okay, and it's super easy to really load up smoothies with protein and healthy fats. And it can be a really nutritious way of getting your calories and protein in.
Yes, and so on that note, we're going to be making a really tasty peach and avocado smoothie. Really, really easy. Love this one. And again, we're using peaches. They're peeled, pitted. These are frozen peaches. It just, again, it makes it so much more convenient. And there's so many more options you can find now in regards to frozen fruit. So it saves you on a lot of the peeling and the chopping and the washing and all that stuff. So great one to use. I guess, Steph, you can use canned peaches here too, if you want.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, sometimes they come with syrup, which is higher in sugar, so you might want to just drain and rinse that syrup off, but you could definitely use frozen. Jeremy and I talk about this all the time, how frozen is just as nutritious as fresh. It's picked at the peak of its ripeness and processed in a certain way that locks in those nutrients. So use those frozen vegetables and fruit because they're pre-washed, pre-cut, and it's super, super easy to use. Like Hannah mentioned, like make things easy for yourself. You don't have to sit there and, wash and cut and peel, etc. Use ones that are where the work is already done for you.
And I'm going to add some banana as well. So half a banana in there. This is going to add some nice sweetness. What's really nice is when you make these smoothies, if the banana is frozen, you're going to get almost like that soft serve, creamy, desserty consistency, which is really nice. So we're going to add the banana there. I'm going to go ahead and add some, this is cinnamon. Again, I think I'm a cinnamon-aholic over here too, Hannah. But you can add nutmeg, cardamom, whatever spice you want if you want to flavor it up. And then your milk or milk alternative of choice here.
What are you using, Jer?
This is an almond milk that I had, but the one I have actually has like protein powder in it, so it's
awesome.
Has like that.
Yeah, so that's something that's good to note. So again, like I mentioned earlier, for some people, lactose can irritate them. So especially if you've had radiation to the pelvic area, then sorry, there was a distraction. Nat was saying to move your can down. I can't see the blender jar. But okay, so back to the lactose free. So for some people, lactose can irritate them and might increase output and gas or bloating. So focusing on those lactose free alternatives, so a lactose free milk, an almond milk. The only thing I'll say there is that almond milk doesn't necessarily usually have high amounts of protein. So you might want to add in some of that protein powder, like Hannah was mentioning, to help boost up kind of the nutritional benefits of your smoothie.
Perfect. So that goes in, and then to add a nice little boost, we're going to add some avocado, which might seem weird. I love adding avocado to smoothies because it just gives us this really nice sort of creamy texture. And what I do want to show you is I know we've done this quite a few times, but it's always good to go over the safety of cutting an avocado, because it still tends to be the number one cause of kitchen-related injuries, is trying to cut an avocado. So we'll go.
Is that true? Really?
Yeah, apparently it's the number one cause of knife-related injuries is through cutting an avocado. And you can see why. I mean, I think a lot of people, if you've ever cut it before, it's probably in your hand, and you got the knife, and you're trying to roll it around, and you're cutting the pit. I mean, anytime you're trying to push a blade towards your hand, it's not a good thing, especially if you're making avocados. Maybe you had a margarita before, and maybe your hand-eye coordination isn't that great. So I'm going to show you how to do it so it's a little bit safer. Make sure that it's on the cutting board. And what we're going to do is put a knife on top. Your other hand goes on top of the knife, okay? You can stabilize it if you want with your fingers, but always make sure that if I'm pushing the blade down, it's never in the direction of my hand, okay? It's always towards the cutting board. And then what I can do is you can stabilize again with your fingers and just roll it. And I'm not pushing the knife, I'm just rolling the avocado just until it goes all the way around. Line up your cuts. Then you can obviously twist it open. There it is. Beautiful.
What a beautiful one.
Problem number 2 is, again, taking out the pit, holding the avocado and trying to snap the pit with your knife. Again, your hand doesn't even have to be there. So if it takes you 2-3 shots, no problem. You can practice your aim. Just very gentle hit into the pit, and then it'll snap right out. And then the third one, sometimes, especially if you get a big pit, that knife can jam in there, and now you're trying to pull that pit off. That can also slip, and you can cut yourself. So if it pulls off really easy, that's fine. But if you're struggling with it, just put the pit back down. Again, hand on top, and just push all the way through, and you just cut the pit in half, and it's just an easy way to remove the blade. Okay? There we go. Safe avocado, no cuts. That's going to go. Let me line this in. Our producer, Natasha, is giving me some camera tips, so we're going to line that up. And we'll scoop in about half of an avocado in this one.
Yeah, and this is great because it makes it super creamy too. So those healthy fats that you're getting, that's beneficial as well.
Beautiful. And this is, again, an opportunity. You can boost this up with whatever you want, right? So, Steph, I know before we even mentioned, you can add if you had a nutritional supplements, you can add, one of those in here, or you can add
powder.
Yeah, or if you're looking for calories, even putting a little bit of avocado oil or even olive oil in here, you can definitely modify it to your needs for sure.
And also, I mean, you can add, I'll add vegetables, spinach or kale or whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just to get those.
And again, I would say for sure, it depends on where someone's at with how much fiber they're able to tolerate. Obviously, kale and spinach might be one of those that are more gas forming, but again, really highlighting everybody is different. So, got to focus on, what works best for you and your body.
All right, so I'm going to blend this up. Natasha, if you can mute me, because I can't mute right now. Just don't want to blow everyone's ear out. All right.
Just kidding.
There we go. Yeah, and so I love smoothies too. I think that they're a great way to get in calories and protein. I know some people prefer eating their calories and protein, but it's another way to get it in, especially if you're not feeling so well and you're tired. This might be something that you bring to your appointments or out and about. It depends. Depends on the type of Tupperware and kind of containers that you have, but it is something that you can carry along with you as well. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I don't know where you went.
Kind of line it up. There we go.
There we go.
Our peach avocado smoothie to finish it off.
Oh, that was so good.
Again, sorry for teasing you guys on this one, but I will be enjoying this after. You're going to have to make it yourself. And with that being said, that wraps it up. Thank you so much, Hannah, for joining us today. Really, really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for providing us with some great resources. Again, we'll be providing them in the descriptions of our videos. We did post them in the chat as well. If you're watching live, you can check those out. Anything else, Hannah, that you wanted to plug or share?
Yeah, no, just we're really excited about these upcoming events, you know, patient conference, focusing on the patients and caregivers coming up in May, and then, you know, Push for Your Tush in August. So it'll be a fun next few months. So colorectalcancercanada.com, and, you know, we welcome all. And thank you guys so much for this amazing, fun morning. Hope to do it again one day.